There's one personal development practice that has changed my life the most, and that is shadow work. If you procrastinate, if you have social anxiety, if you are stuck in a rut of bad habits, this is your best shot at fixing it all. Whereas most other practices focus on just the symptoms, shadow work, which is a form of inner work, personal development pioneered by Swiss psychoanalyst Carl Jung, focuses on the root cause of all of these behaviors that you struggle with. But there is a problem. Getting started can be pretty confusing. Most people don't know even how to do shadow work. And that, mate, is why in this video, I'm going to give you some shadow work beginner questions that you can use in your journaling practice to kickstart your journey of personal growth and do some shadow work for yourself and experience all the benefits that come with that. If any of these questions help you, then do me a favour, mate, give me a quick thumbs up on this video, will you? Because it really does help me grow my channel. I appreciate you. Now hang on to your arse with both hands because this first question is a bit of a mind blower. Question number 1. What am I avoiding? Remember this, mate. The cave that you dare not enter holds the treasure that you seek. That is a Joseph Campbell quote. That is not my quote. I'm not that wise. This first question, what you avoiding, is the most basic question based in shadow work that you can ask. But it's very powerful, very transformative, because most people literally never ask themselves this question. Why? Because it's uncomfortable. But this is a mistake, not asking yourself this question. Because when you ask yourself what you're avoiding, you're inviting insights to come to you from places that you never normally check. And those insights have the power to radically change you in a good way and your life in a good way and your reality. For example, you might notice on the surface that you procrastinate a lot at work. And you might watch endless YouTube videos about how to cure procrastination. They might give you Pomodoro timers. They might give you a bunch of different tactics and tricks, I can't think of any right now, to solve the procrastination on a surface level. But if you ask yourself, what am I avoiding about this? You might uncover that you're procrastinating at work because actually there is a vulnerable, very real, authentic conversation you need to have with your boss about things that are bothering you. And when you dive into this a little bit deeper, you might also uncover that you avoid confrontation with people pretty much completely in your life. And if you look at this as an adult, you realize how this severely limits you. And by exposing these avoidance patterns and reversing them, you allow yourself to integrate confrontation in your life in a way that helps you get things done, in a way that helps you get your needs met, in a way that helps you breathe new energy into your life. Question number 2. What do I not want other people to know about me? When you're a child, you learn to play a role in order to fit in and be approved of by other people. This role playing is very necessary. But if you go into adulthood and you're playing a role without even really knowing about it, then this just makes you inauthentic. And this is a problem because the more inauthentically you're living, the less fulfilling your life is. So asking this question helps you understand what it is you consistently hide from other people. And when you know that, you can start to bring that stuff out into your interactions with other people, into life, into your work, etc., which will help you live a much more authentic existence. Question number 3. What traits or characteristics do I dislike about other people? Remember this, what we dislike about other people can lead us to a greater understanding of ourselves. Again, not my quote, someone much smarter than me. Now this is true because what we actually dislike about other people is just a reflection of the parts of ourselves that we reject. Our unconsciousness speaks to us, not usually in language, but in the feeling, in our senses, in the body. And when we see something we don't like consistently, that tells us that there's something in our unconscious mind that we're rejecting. This is called projection. And this is important because when you can understand and spot your own projections and not identify with them, this will improve your relationships dramatically. Question number 4. This is certainly one of my favorites. Who are my role models? And what traits or characteristics do I admire about them? Your shadow, it is not all dark and it's not all destructive. That's a misconception a lot of people make. In your shadow also lies the potential for creation, for light, for regeneration, for all the good stuff, the good qualities that we deem in a human being. They call this the golden shadow, and it's speaking to you right now. How? Through those you admire. There's a reason you admire certain people. It's because they embody the traits and characteristics that exist in you, dormantly as potential. And this admiration that you feel is a calling, it's a whisper from within, inviting you to start embodying more of what this person represents in your life. For example, years ago, I came across Jordan Peterson, and I respected and admired him immediately because he spoke his mind. Even under intense pressure, even when people really opposed of what he said, he still spoke his mind, and this is something I deeply admired. Why? Because at the time I was a people pleaser, very timid. I said what I thought other people wanted me to say, and I lacked a sense of personal conviction in my values and my purpose and what I really believed. But since speaking my mind more, even when people disagree with me, the more I've integrated that characteristic into my personality, the less admiration I feel towards the man. That's because it's not needed anymore. That admiration isn't manifesting in my reality because I'm embodying that trait more. Now I admire certain other people for different characteristics that I am currently deficient in. So ask who you admire and why. And this gives you a roadmap of sorts for what you need to become in your life in order to be your most authentic and powerful version. A big part of our shadow involves healing our wounded inner child. Knowing how to heal and reparent this wounded part of ourselves is essential for living free and well. So check this video out next, mate, because in this video I take you through a process to heal your wounded inner child and experience real emotional freedom. As always, I appreciate you, love you all, and I will see you next week. Peace.